to start a bed and breakfast business. That's what you're looking for, right? Awesome Search, I can help you out with this. My name is Brando Olinick, and welcome to this video review. I'm going to break down the business model, share with you critical information you have to know, and share with you kind of my experience when it comes to this so you can make an educated decision by the end of this video whether or not this is the right business for you that can get you the results that you want and much more. So appreciate you for coming by. Now when it comes down to a bed and breakfast business, the whole idea is pretty much, if I could compare it to anything, alright, the best business model out there, Airbnb. Alright, so Airbnb is pretty much bed and breakfast, alright, bed and breakfast, where you offer up your home, okay, where people can stay there and then they can, use what you have, your fridge, your food, all this stuff, and they can go grocery shopping and just be able to live in your house for like a week instead of going to a hotel. That's essentially what bed and breakfast is. And like it's a simple business to start. You can sign up with Airbnb and make money that way. You can also do it privately yourself, and you can put things up on Craigslist. But I'm telling you, when it comes to this, there's a lot of liabilities and a lot of things you got to keep in mind. If your house gets trashed, if something happens to your house, if people get rowdy, all right, things do happen. You got to be aware of it, and that is your home. Okay, so it's an asset of yours, an investment, which is why when looking at this, even though it's a simple business to start, alright, having a couple of friends who have done it before, and I'm just telling you, dealing with some of the cleanup after, dealing with some of the tenants after, managing and maintaining a property and renting it out, it can be a whole process dealing with it. It can be kind of daunting too. And when you only have one location, unless you have like 100 homes, you're limiting to the amount of money that you can actually make, right? Because you only have one home and you're only offering it out to, a couple people at a time, maybe 3 people at a time max, and you can only charge those people a certain amount of money. So it kind of caps your income, which is why when you're looking at this from a business perspective, I would advise you before, or I should say I would suggest you, before you consider starting a bed and breakfast business, if you're looking at this because you want to make money, you want to build a business, if that's really what you're looking for, to build a business to make money, I'm speaking to you, you're saying yes. I've got a lead I'm going to throw your way, and my experience with this goes back over the last year, when I transitioned from a traditional brick and mortar business and I came across a person who was building a business on the internet, and they weren't dealing with the headaches associated with tenants. They weren't dealing with limited income of having 10 different homes invested into being able to increase their income. They didn't have supplies, equipment, employees. They're just doing everything on the internet from their computer, alright? And because they weren't doing anything technical, I started to model and copy them. I mean, this person was making more money every month than I was making in a whole year. They had the time freedom to pick up and travel, live in different locations whenever they wanted to, and because they're doing this, building a business, and like I said, it's not a bed and breakfast business what they're doing, they're building a business completely online, I started to model and copy them, and in less than a month, in total of 90 days, working really hard, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time, and haven't looked back since. And I share that with you strictly because if you're wanting to build a business to create time freedom, leverage, and flexibility, if that's really what you're looking for, I would suggest to you, before you consider starting a bed and breakfast business, if you're really looking at it to create flexibility, time freedom, and leverage, to be your own boss, create your own income, learn to build a business on the internet. And if this makes sense to you and you're following me here, alright, I can share with you what was shown to me going back 15 months ago. And if it makes sense to you, and if you learned what I learned going back 15 months ago, and you're already interested in this, alright, building a business online, even though it's not a bed and breakfast business online, if you want to learn to be your own boss, create an income that's long-term, sustainable, and consistent, then connect with me on my site. Check it out. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link down in the description below, and I look forward to connecting with those of you interested on the other side. For those of you who aren't, I still bless you on the way out, and I look forward to seeing your success story and seeing you at the top. Take care.